Okay, let's use what we've learned about the slope of the tangent line to write equations of tangent lines. So notice it says to write the equation in point slope form. So you always want to go to the easiest form, so just go to point slope always. You don't have to go ahead and put it in slope intercept. So the two things you always need to write the equation of a line is always a point and a slope. So first one says write the equation of a tangent line to the graph at x equals 7 if f of 7 equals 5. So here's my point. And then they're telling me that f prime of 7 is negative 2. So that's my slope. They're giving me the slope of that tangent line. So my equation would just be y minus 5 equals my slope, x minus 7, done. Okay, next one. Write the equation of the tangent line at x equals 1. Again, they are giving me my point. So the point that they're giving me is negative 1 comma 6. And they are giving me the slope, but in terms of x. I need to know what happens at x equals negative 1. So I just need to figure out what is the slope or the derivative at negative 1. So if I plug in negative 1 for x, right, I'm plugging in here. And if I do that, this is negative 1 minus 1. So this is negative 2. So there's my slope. So now I have a point and I have a slope. There's my equation. Okay, next one, again, write the equation of the tangent line to the graph at x equals 3 and f of 3 equals 1. So again, they're giving me a point, so that's given, but I need a slope. Notice they give me all of this, but if you remember, this is the definition of the derivative. So this is the limit definition of the derivative. So they are telling me at actually 3, the slope is negative 2. This is just another way for them to tell you that slope. You just have to recognize that definition. So again, same thing. There's my point, there's my slope, plug it into the equation. Okay, write the equation of the tangent line. Here's my point again. Notice, again, this is the definition of the derivative, but this one they're using this definition. So you want to make sure you are able to recognize both definitions when they use it. So they are telling me that at 1, the slope is 5. So y plus 10 minus negative 10, the slope is 5, and x minus 1. Oh, actually, this should be really a 1 here. Okay, a little typo, because we're trying to figure out what happens at x equals 1. Okay, next one. Again, they're giving me the slope at h, and they're telling me the derivative of h, so the slope of the tangent line is given by x squared minus 2 over x, but I need to know what happens at x equals 5. So if I plug in 5 for x, oops, this is not f, this is h, so use the correct letters. I have 25 minus 2 over 5, which is really 23 over 5. So there's my slope. So again, let's write the equation of the line. Y minus negative 2, slope, x minus 5. And the last one here, they're giving to me as a graph. So this is the graph of f prime. So this is the graph of the slope of f. They're giving me a point. The only thing I need to figure out is what the slope is. I need to know what happens at x equals 2. Well, let's look at this graph on x equals 2. At x equals 2, it looks like f prime of 2 is the y value is 3. So this is my slope. So it's going to be y minus 7 equals 3x minus 2. So notice, because this was the graph of f prime, the y value does represent the slope at these x values.